Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something fundamental, improving your writing. It's crucial for, well, pretty much everything, right? School, work, just getting your point across.
Absolutely. It's more than just basics.
Yeah, our mission here is to find those simple, effective ways to make writing better. Okay, let's unpack this.
It really matters, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Writing shapes how people see your ideas, how persuasive you are. It's a real craft. And today, we're aiming to give you some practical steps, actionable stuff.
Techniques you can actually use, not
Yeah,
just theory.
exactly. Going beyond the usual advice to hopefully give you some, aha moments.
Okay, so let's start there. If you had to pick one thing, like a foundational starting point to write better, maybe something people don't always think of first, what would it be?
Well, what's fascinating here is that one of the best ways is actually reading.
Reading. Okay, how so?
But reading differently,
Yeah.
reading like a writer. So
Yeah.
you're not just taking in the story or the facts, you're noticing how the author does things.
Like looking under the hood.
Precisely. How do they structure that sentence? Why that word choice? How do they build that argument or, make you feel something? It's like reverse engineering the text.
So you're actively dissecting it as you read.
Yeah, maybe even keep a little notebook or a file, let's call it a swipe file, of sentences or phrases you really like, ones that are clear or powerful.
Okay.
Because your brain, when you do this consciously, it starts to absorb those patterns. It's almost like learning a language by being immersed in it. You start to sort of copy the good stuff without even realizing you're studying.
That makes a lot of sense. Sort of learning by osmosis, but with a bit more focus.
Exactly. Active osmosis, maybe.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, so reading like a writer is key, but then there's the actual doing, the writing part itself. How do we tackle that effectively?
Right. You have to actually write. And the trick here, I think, is consistency. Just write every day.
Every day, even if it's not much.
Yeah, even just 5 or 10 minutes. Seriously. Keep a journal, maybe, but don't just write about your day. Try targeted practice.
Like drills.
Sort of. Like a musician
Yeah.
practicing scales, right? Maybe you do a timed free write on a tough subject.
Hmm.
Or take a complicated sentence you read and try to simplify it.
Oh, I like that simplification idea.
Or write one paragraph from, say, 3 different viewpoints. Play with the voice. The point is, doing it regularly builds that writing muscle. It really does.
It's like exercise then, isn't it? The more you do it, the stronger you get. And probably more confident too.
That's the key. Confidence comes from competence, which comes from practice.
Okay, so practice daily. Now, something I see a lot. People trying too hard, maybe. Using really big, complicated words because they think it sounds smarter.
Oh, yeah, that's a common pitfall.
Is that the way to go?
Almost never. Honestly, professional writers, they usually aim for clear and simple sentences. Why? Because they work best.
Easier to read, easier to understand.
Exactly. Think about it. You could say the aforementioned cessation of fiscal allocations will necessitate a reevaluation of established budgetary parameters. Or funding stopped, so we need to recheck the budget. Which one lands better?
The second one, way clearer.
Right. Focus on strong verbs, specific nouns, active voice. Avoid jargon unless, your audience absolutely expects it. Simple is usually powerful.
That feels like you could lift a weight off people's shoulders. Okay, so we've read like a writer, we're practicing daily, keeping it simple. What about after you've got that first draft down? It's not done then, is it?
No way.
Yeah.
The next critical step, editing. You have to edit your work.
Crucial.
Think of the first draft as just telling the story to yourself. Editing is telling it to your reader.
Right. And it's not just running spell check, is it? I find it helps to step away for a bit, give your eyes a break,
Definitely. Take a break, an hour, a day, whatever works, then come back fresh.
and maybe read it differently. I try reading it aloud.
Oh, reading aloud is fantastic. You catch awkward phrasing, clumsy sentences, repetition, stuff your eyes just skim over.
Totally. And maybe do different passes, like one read through just for clarity, another for cutting unnecessary words.
Yes. Layered editing. Check grammar, spelling, flow, clarity, conciseness. Even small tweaks, honestly, can improve the writing a lot.
Okay, edited,
Yeah.
polished. What else? Is there another step?
Yes. One more thing that could really accelerate improvement. Get feedback.
Outside eyes. Good point. But how do you get useful feedback? Not just, yeah, it's good.
That's the key, isn't it? Be specific when you ask. Don't just say, what do you think? Ask things like, was this part clear? Or did the argument in paragraph 3 convince you? Or where did you get confused?
So you guide the reader on what to look for.
Exactly. And get feedback from different sources if you can. A friend, maybe a teacher, a writing group. Even AI tools these days could be surprisingly helpful.
Like Grammarly or those AI assistants.
Yeah, they can spot things, grammar issues, awkward phrasing,
Yeah.
stuff you've just become blind to because you wrote it. Fresh eyes are invaluable.
And that feedback loop, it tells you what's not working, but also what is working, right? Which helps you know what to keep doing.
Absolutely. Positive reinforcement is important too.
Okay.
Okay, so just to kind of wrap up the main ideas,
Recap.
we talk about 5 key things, really. 1, read like a writer, actively noticing the craft. 2, practice daily, even short, focused bursts.
3, keep it simple and clear. Avoid jargon.
4, edit your work meticulously, maybe in layers, and read it aloud. And 5, get specific feedback from others.
Yeah.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these aren't just separate tips, are they? They all kind of work together. They build on each other. It turns writing from just a chore into, well, a craft you can actually improve.
These sound pretty straightforward, but I agree, putting them into practice consistently, that can make a huge difference in how well you communicate your ideas.
Huge.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Maybe just pick 1 or 2. Try reading an article today, but like a writer. Or commit to just 10 minutes of focused writing practice. See how it feels.
Just start somewhere.
Exactly, because real skill, real mastery in writing, like anything else, it comes from those small, consistent, and intentional efforts over time. Something to think about.